Hello, fellow Turk fans. I am Silas Woods, and I will be your host tonight. You will have to bear with me while I rememorize everyone's name to number. Looks like it'll be Ivan Rodriguez with the ball at the beginning. Pass off. Going straight back to Miguel Garcia. Off onto the right side of the field. Straight into the Blazers' hands. Gonna roll it back out to the right. It's gonna be Ivan. It's gonna be Michael Moss and Gabriel DeBach in the right corner. Looks like. And we got a save. It'll be Hunter Jones with a save. Can kick it up right up the middle of the field. It'll be Ivan Rodriguez fighting over the ball in the center. Number 8, Pedro. Passing it over to the left side. Gonna be kicked out by Caleb Thiebaud. You will have to bear with me. The Blazers have white on white jerseys, so I can't really read their numbers tonight. Looks like it'll be Francisco Alvarado pressuring on the left side. It'll be a shot on goal. It's going to go wide for a Turk goal kick. Scratch that. Looks like it's going to be a Blazers corner kick. Going to be instantly passed in. Looks like they're going to go for a cross to center. Shot on goal. And it'll go wide. This time it should be a Turk goal kick. It'll be passed to Pedro in the center. Be passed all the way up to number 2, Ivan Rodriguez. Be intercepted by the Blazers, who will kick it straight out. It'll be a Turk throw-in down by the 10-yard line. It'll be Michael Moss taking the throw-in, passing it back to 12, Gabriel DeBach. Looks like the Blazers are going to walk it out of... Never mind. Blazer throw it. Going to throw it all the way down to the 50-yard line. Looks like it's going to go out again for a Turk throw-in. It's going to be played on the edge of the line. It's going to be passed back to the 50. Blazers are going to stay in control of the ball. Gonna be running it down the right side of the field. Got it intercepted by the Turks. Passing it through middle. It'll be off Francisco Alvarado Medina for a Blazer throw-in down by the 45-50 yard line. We pass back, and it's going to be a Turk throw-in, it looks like. Down by the 25-ish yard line. It'll be Ivan Rodriguez with the interception of the pass. Gabriel DeBach on Caleb Thibault, sorry. It'll be Blazer number 15 with the throw-in again. Be Pedro with the defense, and Ivan. Ivan's going to pass it back up, down to 4. Francisco is going to kick it all the way up. It's going to be a goalie with the interception. Kicked all the way down to the 50-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a Turk throw-in, taken by Francisco Alvarado Medina. Going to be taken by Caleb Thibault. It's going to be another Turk throw-in, down by the 30-yard line. Going to be taken by Caleb Thibault. It's going to be passed down to Francisco Alvarado Medina, who's going to work it his way up down to the 30. Pass back. It's going to be intercepted by the Turks. Still got one wide. He's going to be running all the way down. It's going to be a shot on goal here. It is wide for a Turk throw-in. Or goal kick, I'm sorry. A little rusty. Going to be kicked down to the 40-yard line. Going to be intercepted by the Blazers. Going to be passed to middle. Going to work its way back to the right side of the field. It's going to go back over the 50-yard line to the defense. Down to the left side. Going to kick it back up. It's going to be Francisco on defense, along with Caleb Thibault, who's going to kick it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Back, it's going to be a number 8, Pedro, who's going to kick it all the way back up. Looks like the Blazers are going to intercept this. Going to walk it to their goalie. Going to be kicked all the way down to the 50. Going to bounce to the 40. It's going to be Luke Linder on defense, kicking it back out for a Blazer throw-in. Going to be working its way to the middle of the field, looks like. It's going to be a possible shot on goal here. It's going to go in this time for a Blazer goal. be passing it back to Miguel Garcia. Passing it out to the right side. Gonna be working his way up the field. It's gonna be kick the middle. Gonna be Blazers with control of the ball. Looks like they're gonna try and work it down the right side. Looks like it's gonna be across the center. It's gonna go. Great save. Unfortunately, couldn't grab that one. Gonna be Blazers still with control of the ball. Pass back down to the right corner. Looks like it's gonna go out. Just saved. It's gonna be another shot on goal here. Pass the center. It's gonna be snatched right out of the air. It's going to be a mad rush for the ball. Looks like it's going to go all the way down to the Blazer goalkeeper. Going to kick it back down to the 50-yard line, looks like. Gonna be off the chest of Gabriel DeBach. Going to stay down on Blazer territory for a Blazer throw-in down by the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to work it up the right side of the field. It's going to be Luke Linder on defense, kicking it out for a Blazer throw-in down by the 10-yard line. It's going to be passed down to the 20. We're going to have a shot on goal off the knees of the goalie. Let me go right back out for another Blazer throw-in. Thank you. It's going to stay down on the left side 10-yard line. Like when he worked his way into the corner. It's going to be a Blazer throw-in down in the very corner of the field. Going to be a possible shot on goal here. Going to be kicked out by Miguel Garcia. Going to be a Blazer throw-in down by the 15-yard line. Looks like it's going to be kicked out once more for another Blazer throw-in down by the 5. It's going to be Francisco on defense. Looks like they're going to walk the ball all the way in. Looks like they're going to have a breakout now. Finally going to be out on the field. Back up to the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to stay in Blazer control. Passed all the way down to the 30. Going to be Francisco and Caleb Thiebaud on defense. Looks like another Blazer throwing down by the 45-ish yard line. It's going to be Francisco Alvarado Medinas on defense, along with Caleb. going to be passed all the way down to the 20-yard line. Going to be centered for a shot on goal, but it's going to go way high for another Turk goal kick. Going to be taken by Hunter Jones, our goalie for tonight. Going to be passed all the way down to Miguel Garcia. It's going to stay in Blazers control. Going to be crossing it to the right side. It's going to be Pedro Alonso Medina, who's launching it all the way down to the 35. And it's going to be Jose Alonso. Looks like we have a free kick taken by Ivan Rodriguez. It's going to be taken by Francisco. Never mind. It's going to be Michael Mounts with the free kick. Going to be kicked all the way down to the goal line. It's going to be a, looks like a Turk corner kick. It's going to be taken by Francisco. Going to be across the center. It's going to be stay in control of Turks for now. Blazers are going to, with the interception, going to be passed to number 2. Possible shot on goal. Looks like we might have an offsides call. Give me a free kick for the Blazers. Going to pass it up to the 30-yard line. Going to work its way down the right side of the field. It's going to be a shot off a goal. Looks like that was off someone's head. Fortunately, there was a pole block in the way. Gonna cross the center, shot on goal. Gonna go wide for a Turk goal kick. Never mind, it's gonna be a Blazer corner kick. Can instantly be taken. It's gonna be passed all the way down to the left corner. Looks like it's gonna be walked out, and it's gonna be a Blazer throwing down by the 10-yard line. Going to be across the center, off the head of Miguel Garcia. Going to be down to number 7, Luke Linder. It's going to still be going. Hasn't stopped. Never mind. Got him past the center. Have a free kick taken by Hunter Jones. Going to kick it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Going to be intercepted by Ivan Rodriguez, who's going to fight over control. He's going to stay in Blazer control, unfortunately. He's going to be passed back down to the right side. Gonna work its way down to the 10-yard line. Looks like they're gonna have a cross to center. Never mind, it's just gonna be scooped right up by Hunter Jones for an easy save. It's gonna be kicked all the way down to the 50-yard line. It's gonna be Jose Alonso Pedro on the spot. Looks like it's gonna stay in Blaze's control. It's gonna be Pedro though fighting over that, along with Ivan. It's going to be passed all the way back down to the 35-yard line. It's going to be Francisco pushing up, pressuring the ball, along with Ivan and Jose. Going to be kicked all the way up to the 45-yard line. Going to be working its way down the right side again. Going to be passing into center. It's going to be a possible shot and goal here. Going to be intercepted by Turk defense. There's a kick. And it's going to be saved just barely. A little bit of a fumble there. It's all good. Going to be kicked down all the way to the 45-ish yard line. Looks like we have a call. Looks like it's a Turk free kick. Going to be taken by Miguel Garcia. Going to be kicked all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's going to be intercepted and stay in control for the Turks. Going to be passed straight to Blazers in the center. Kicked all the way down to the 25-ish yard line. It's going to be a mad rush down into the right corner. It's going to be past center. Everyone's here to play defense now. They're caught up. Going to be cross center. It's like another free kick down for the Turks. Passed all the way up to Francisco. Oh, Miguel Garcia, sorry about that. Off his chin though. It's gonna be staying Blazers control. Looks like we got some passing all the way up down. It's gonna be Ivan and trying to get the pressure of the ball. It's gonna be kicked out for another Blazers throw down by the 35-yard line. It's going to be Ivan pressuring the ball in the center. Going to be kicked out by number 12, Gabriel DeBach. Going to be Ivan pressuring in the center again, along with Francisco. It's going to be passed down to Blazers. Blazer number 17 is going to take it up the left side. Going to be passed back down to 15. It's going to be Ivan and Francisco pressuring. It's going to be Ivan with the steal. Going to be passed back to Francisco. Gonna work his way up. It's gonna be keep going. It's gonna looks like that was out on Blazers for a Turk throwing down by the 35-yard line. It's gonna be Ivan with the throw in. Scratch that's gonna be Caleb Thiebaud. Gonna try and pass it down to Francisco, but it's gonna be intercepted by Blazers. Miguel Garcia is gonna kick it all the way out down to the 15-yard line for a Blazer throw-in. Looks like he's going to stay in Blazers control on the 40-yard line. Going to be passed all the way down. Going to be pressured by number 13, Michael Moss. Looks like we have a Blazer throwing down by the 37-ish yard line. Looks like we have a swap. It'll be Luke Linder in for going to be Pedro pressuring in the center. Going to stay in Blazer control. Going to be passed down to the left side. Looks like it's going to be Caleb Thiebaud running the ball out. We're going to have a Turk throw in. It's going to be Caleb Thiebaud with the throw in down by the 20-yard line. Gonna throw it all the way up to the 35. It's gonna be 21. Mark Juliet Cole. Gonna be passed down to 12. Gabriel Dubois. Gonna be kicked all the way up to the 40-yard line. It's gonna be Pedro or Jose. Sorry. With the interception. Looks like it's gonna be number 7, Luke Linder on defense, along with Francisco Medina or Alvarado Medinas. Gonna be Mark Julia kicking it back up. It's gonna stay in Turk control. Looks like the goalie is gonna scoop it right up. Staying. Gonna be kicked all the way down to the 40-yard line. Looks like the ball is gonna stay in Turk control. No, scratch that. Blazers are gonna work its way down the middle. Looks like ball's gonna work its way down to the right side. It's gonna be Dylan pressuring in the corner. Blazer corner kick. Gonna be passed right into the center, off the head of the Blazers. Looks like it's gonna be kicked out. Blazers are gonna stay in control. Gonna be passed down Blazers. Looks like we have a Turk, so we're gonna kicked all the way back. Blazer took a tumble. It's gonna be kicked all the way down to the looks like the 10-yard line. Blazers with the free kick at the 45. Gonna be quickly passed down to the 35. Staying on the right side, they're gonna work its way up towards the center. Gonna be shot on goal. Gonna go wide for a Turk goal kick. Going to be intercepted by the Blazers. Looks like we're going to have another shot on goal. It's going to go wide again for another Turk goal kick. We have a Blazers substitution. Going to be passing it down to the left side to Caleb Thiebaud. Going to be working its way down the left side. Looks like the Blazers are going to stay in control, unfortunately. Going to be working its way down to that left corner. Looks like we have a cross here. And it's going to go out. I believe that was a Turk goal kick. Gonna be kicked down to the left side. Gonna go right out for a blazer goal kick down by the 28-ish yard line. Gonna be taken by blazer number 5. Gonna be passed back to blazer number 5. Gonna be passed out down to the left corner. It's gonna be Caleb Thibault along with Mark Julia Coley on defense down that left side. Looks to be Francisco Medina, Alvarado Medina's passing it all the way up to the 35-yard line, along with Jose Alonso. Gonna be right on that ball. Gonna be Luke Linder, interception, along with number 10 Dylan Songstad. It's gonna be the goalie kicking it straight up down to Caleb Thibault. Gonna stay in Blazers control. Turks are gonna fight over it. Gonna be pressuring down on the 40-yard line. Gonna be kicked out for a Blazer throw-in. Looks like the Turks are... Never mind, it's gonna be a Turk throw-in. It's gonna be Luke Linder with the throw. Down to 13, Michael Moss. Looks like we have a Blazer throw-in down by the 30-ish yard line. It's going to be kicked all the way down to the 35-yard line. Going to be intercepted by Luke Linder. Going to pass it up to Mark Julia. Mark is going to fight over it. It's going to be back in Blazer control. Going to work its way down the center of the field, looks like. Looks like they're going to try and make it to the right side. Blazers pass to center. All the way. It's going to be another pass down center. It's going to be possible goal. It's going to be wide for a corner kick, I believe. Went off the tip of the goalie's hands. It's going to go all the way past the goal to the other side of the field. Looks like we have a Turk throwing down by the 0-yard line. Be thrown all the way up to the 10. I'm going to stay in Blazer control. It's going to be Francisco fighting on defense along with Luke Linder. Going to be past center, shot on goal. Looks like it's going to be tipped out again by the goalie for another corner kick. Never mind. Looks like we had a goal. Almost. Yeah, they scored. It's going to be in Blazer control as they work down the center of the field. Shot on goal. It's going to be intercepted by the goalie, Hunter Jones. It's gonna stay in Blazer control. Shot on goal. Gonna go wide for a Turk goal kick. Looks like it's going to be a Blazer corner kick instead, down on the left side. Going to be saved by Hunter Jones. Going to stay in Blazer control down on the 35-yard line. Going to work its way back. Going to be passed down to the right side. Kicked all the way down to the 50. Going to stay in Blazer control in the center. Going to be passed down to the left. It's going to be number 12, Gabriel DeBach. Number 17, Caleb Thibault. Going to be passed down to the 30. Looks like we're going to have a cross the center. No. Shot on goal. It's going to be tipped out by the goalie again for another corner kick for the Blazers. Give me another shot for the Blazers, but it's going to go way high for a Turk goal kick. Going to have a Blazer sub. Going to be kicked all the way down to the 30-yard line. Be out for a Blazer throwing down to the 35. Be taking my Blazer number 5. Going to just pass down all the way to the 15. It's going to be in the left corner, across the center. Be off Francisco. It's going to stay in Turk control. It's going to be Caleb passing all the way up to the 30. It's going to be intercepted by the Blazers. Passed all the way down. Going to be a shot on goal. Going to be off Turks for a corner kick for the Blazers. Be another shot on goal. It's going to be kicked out by the Turks. Off the foot of Michael Moss for another Blazer corner kick. Gonna be past center. Looks like it's gonna be Hunter Jones with the interception. Gonna be kicked all the way down to the 40-yard line. So they're going to stay in Blazer control. They're going to work their way down the right side. It's going to be number 11, Miguel Garcia with the defense in the center, along with Francisco in the right corner, and Luke Linder, number 7. Going to be passed to, going to be kicked out. Looks like going to be number 13, Michael Moss. Looks like we're going to have a Turk throw taken by Luke Linder down by the 20-ish yard line. It's going to be off the foot of the Turks for another Blazer throw in down by the 30. It's going to be a Turk free kick down by the 35-yard line. Gonna be kicked all the way down to the 30-yard line. And back down to the 45. It's going to be taken by Luke Linder for the throw-in. Going to be pass back up. Go off the head of the Blazers. Going to be Gabriel DeBach. Going to be Francisco running down the field along with the ball. It's going to be a shot on goal off of Michael Moss. And that will be the half. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. It really means a lot to us down here at TurkPride.tv. It's nice to know our hard work is being enjoyed by It'll be the start of the new half, and it'll be Blazers with control down by the 10-yard line. Down on our right side, looks like we have another goal for the Blazers. Looks like we have a call. Looks like they're going to be restarting the kick. Let me pass down to Francisco. Going to be working his way down the left side of the field. It's going to be Jose Alonso in the middle, along with it's going to be Luke Linder on defense. Number 7 going to be shot on goal. Going to be intercepted by number 10, Dylan Songer. It's going to be another goal for the Blazers. Going to be passed all the way down into the left corner. Kick back up to the 50. It's going to be Ivan, along with Michael Moss. We pass down the right side. It's going to be Francisco. Then go into Blazer control. It's going to be Michael Moss again. Kicked all the way down to the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to stay in Blazer control, unfortunately, down by the 15. Going to walk it out for a Blazer throw-in. Gonna be Blazers running down the middle of the field. Gonna be Francisco catching up. Wheels, as we say. It's gonna be Luke Linder fighting over the ball, pressuring the corner. Looks like it's gonna go out for a Turk throw-in, or goal kick. Looks like we have a swap for Francisco. In comes number 12, Gabriel DeBach. It's going to be down in the left corner. Gonna stay in Blazer control down by the 10-yard line. Looks like we're looks like a free kick taken by Miguel Garcia. Gonna make it down to the 35-yard line. Gonna stay in Turk control. It's gonna be Blazers with the interception. Gonna be working their way down in the center. Gonna be kicked all the way down to the right side. Gonna be a Blazer throw-in down by the 10-ish yard line. Gonna stay in Blazer control on the right corner. It's gonna be looking for a shot on goal, past the center. It's gonna be a shot, but it's gonna go wide for a Turk goal kick. I apologize for the camera. We're having some technical difficulties, so looks like, right as I mentioned, something goes back to being normal. Gonna be a nice save by Hunter Jones right out there. And it's gonna stay in Blazer off the head of number 8, Pedro. Gonna stay in Blazer control, looks like. Gonna try and work its way up the left side of the field. Be passed all the way down to the 10-ish yard line. Looks like it's gonna be a shot on goal. It's gonna be kicked out for a Blazer corner kick. Gonna be kicked up to the 45-yard line. Looks like we have a Turk free kick down on the 45. It's gonna be taken by Miguel Garcia. Gonna be kicked down to the 30-yard line. Gonna be intercepted by the Blazers. Gonna be Turks on defense, passing it down to the left side. Blazers are gonna intercept once again. We pass back to center. They're gonna work its way down the right side of the field. Looks like we're gonna have a cross center. Shot on goal. Gonna go wide. Looks like we're gonna have a Blazer corner kick.
Camera's being weird. I want it being put onto YouTube. There's like a thing in the corner, like this whole side's messed up. It's weird.
It's gonna be Luke Lynch. It's gonna be Luke Linder taking the throw in down at the 50. Being passed down to the 35-yard line. It's gonna be kicked out for another Blazer throw in. Being passed down to the 50. It's gonna be off the head of number 8, Pedro Alonso Medina. Looks like it's gonna be another throw in for the Blazers down to the 30. Gonna be working its way back across the center of the field. Gonna be intercepted by the Turks. Gonna be scooped up by the goalie, unfortunately. Gonna be kick back down to the 45. Gonna work its way down to the center. going to be Miguel Garcia with the interception. Pass down to Ivan. Ivan's going to keep pressuring the ball. Going to be kicked out down to the 0-yard line. It's going to be intercepted by the Blazers. Going to work their way across the field. Looks like it's going to be a Blazers goal kick. Going to be a kick down all the way down to the 30. Going to be working its way down the left side. Looks like we have a Blazers throwing. Be passed down to the 20. Back up to the... Going to be working its way down into that left corner. Going to be kicked out for another Blazers throwing down by the 5-ish yard line. Going to be past the center, off the head of the Turks. Going to be on the right side, working its way back up. Going to be walked out by the Blazers for a Blazer throw-in down by the 20-yard line. Going to be another Blazer throw-in down by the 20-ish yard line. Going to be thrown into the 10. Going to stay in that right corner. Going to be across the center. Going to be off the head of the defenders. Going to be another goal for the Blazers. Almost saved by Hunter Jones. The score is standing at 5-0, 5 away, 0 home. It's going to be passed down to Miguel Garcia. Gonna pass down to the right side. It's going to be intercepted by the Blazers. Looks like we have a throw-in for the Turks down by the 40-yard line. Going to be taken by Luke Linder. Going to throw it up to the 40, off the head of the Blazers. It's going to be number 13, Michael Moss, pressuring the ball in the center of the field. Going to be working its way back down the right side. Luke Linder kicking all the way up to Ivan. Ivan's going to be working his way down to passing it down to center. It's going to be staying in Blazer control. Blazers are going to kick it up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be Miguel Garcia and Michael Moss. Blazers are going to be working their way towards the center for a shot on goal. It's going to be kicked out by number 12, Gabriel Buck, for a corner kick for the Blazers. Going to go off the head of the Turks. It's going to be Luke Linder with the interception. Looks like we're going to have a Blazer thrown down by the 5-yard line. going to be thrown all the way into the center of the field. It's going to go off the head of the Turks. They're going to have a kerfuffle down in the goal box. Looks like the goalkeeper is going to dive on it, and we're going to have a nice scoop. Going to be kicked down to the right side 40. It's going to be Michael Moss with the ball. It's going to be Blazers kicking it back out down by the 43-yard line. Be thrown in down to the 45-yard line. Looks like it's going to go out for Turk, throwing down by the 40-ish yard line. Looks like it's going to be taken by Michael Moss. Never mind, it's a free kick. Can be kicked all the way down to the center of the field. Going to be possible shot on goal, but it's going to be intercepted, scooped right up before Ivan could get a head off on that. Can be thrown down to the 20-yard line. Going to be number 8, Pedro, pressuring down on the right side. It's going to be shot on goal, possibly. It's going to go in. We have a goal for the Turks. Taken by Pedro. Pedro Alonso Medina. The score is now 5-1. Be Blazers with control of the ball. Can be Miguel Garcia along with Luke Linder. Looks like we're going to have a Blazer free kick down by the 25-yard line. Believe that was off of Luke Linder. Looks like it's going to be caught right out of the air by Hunter Jones. Going to be kicked down to the 30-yard line. It's going to be Michael Moss trying to intercept, but it's going to stay in Blazers' control. They're going to be going back up to the 50-yard line. Going to be passing it back down to the 35. Going to be passed back up. Back. Going to be working its way down to the left side of the field. Up the left side. Going to be all the way down to the 30. Going to be the Blazers. Mad rush to the center field. Looks like we're going to have a shot on goal. It's going to be kicked out by the defenders. Going to be kicked out by Dylan Songstad. Blazers are going to stay in that left corner. Going to be crossing the center. Looks like it's going to go out. It's going to be a Blazer corner kick. Going to be working its way down to the center. It's going to be kicked all the way out by Pedro. Way out there. It's going to be a... looks like a throw-in down by the 30, 20-yard line, somewhere around there. Gonna be a quick throw in by the Blazers. Gonna pass their way down to the center. Gonna be shot on goal. It's gonna go off the bar. Gonna be kicked out by Dylan for another Blazer throw in down by the 0-yard line. Thrown in down to the 10. Back to 15. It's gonna be past center. It's gonna be Turks clearing the ball down up to the 50. Gonna stay in Blazer control. Back down to the right side. Back up to the 50. Off the head of Pedro. It's going to be Dylan walking it up. It's going to go back up into there. It's going to be off of Miguel Garcia. It's going to be Gabriel DeBach clearing it down, all the way back down to the 50 for a Blazer throw-in. Going to be thrown into the 40-yard line. It's going to be Ivan pressuring the ball along with Pedro. Pedro's going to be working his way up down the center. It's going to be passed back out to the left side of the field. Looks like it's going to be a Turk throw-in down by the 40-yard line. We're going to have a Blazer swap. Still can't read their numbers, to be honest. It's going to stay in Blazer control. They're going to be rushing down the center of the field. Going to have defense on top of that. Going to be working its way down to left corner, across the center. Going to be kicked back out by Turk defense, down to the 30. Looks like it's going to be Pedro pressuring down on the right side. Going to be working his way down. Going to be kicked out by the Blazers on the 35-yard line for another Turk throw-in. Going to be taken by Luke Linder. Going to be thrown all the way to Pedro down on the 20. Looks like we have a Blazer free kick down on the 25. We pass it up to the 40. Working its way down the right side. Gonna be cleared up to the 50 once more. Back down to the 35-yard line. Blazers are gonna stay in control of the ball. It's like it's gonna be number 13, Michael Moss, fighting with the ball. Looks like we have a free kick down by the 40-ish yard line. Right on the 35, apparently. Gonna be taken by Michael Moss. Gonna be kicked all the way down to the goal box. Looks like it's gonna be a Turk corner kick. Gonna be passed back to center. It's gonna stay in Turk control. It's gonna be a shot on goal, but it's gonna be a field goal instead, unfortunately. So it's gonna be a goal kick for the Blazers. Gonna be kicked down to the right side. Gonna be working its way up. It's gonna stay in It's going to stay in Pedro's control. He's going to pass the center. Blazers going to kick it back up to the 50-yard line. Going to be passed all the way down to the center of the field. It's going to stay in Ivan's control, looks like. Ivan's going to try and work his way down the right side. It's going to be Pedro now, along with Michael Moss and Gabriel DeBach. Michael Moss going to pass the center. It's going to be intercepted by the goalie. Going to be kicked all the way up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be Blazers with control. Blazers are going to be working their way down the left side of the field into that left corner. It's going to be cleared by Gabriel DeBach down by the 15-yard line. Going to be passed back down the center of the field. Looks like it's going to be net rush for the ball. It's going to be Ivan with control. Blazers are going to kick it out for a Turk throwing down by the 25-yard line. Going to be taken by Luke Linder. Going to throw it up to Pedro, off the head of Pedro, up to the 40-yard line. Going to be in Blazer control. Going to pass it back down to the right side. Blazers are going to be working their way towards the center of the field. It's going to be Dylan and Luke Linder for another field goal. It's going to be a goal kick for the Turks. Looks like we have another sub for the Blazers. Going to be kicked all the way up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be Pedro along with Mark working their way down that left side. Blazers will regain control down by the 30, working their way back down the field towards Turk territory. Going to be passed down to the 30 or 20-yard line. Going to stay in Turk control. We're going to kick it out down by the 5-yard line for a Blazer throw-in. It's going to be a Turk throw-in down by the 5-yard line. Going to be thrown all the way up to the 25-yard line, off the head of the Blazers. Going to be working their way down the center. It's going to be off of Miguel Garcia all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's going to be Ivan intercepting the ball. Going to be passed back to Pedro. So Pedro's going to kick it all the way up to the 10-yard line. It's going to be Michael Moss trying to get there. It's going to be off of Michael Moss, unfortunately, for a Blazer. Might be a goal kick. I couldn't tell, to be honest. For a Blazer goal kick.
Be there for the short.
Going to be kicked all the way back to the 50-yard line. It's going to be out on the Blazers for a Turk throw-in. Looks like it's going to be Luke Linder with the throw-in this time. Going to be passed to Michael Moss. Going to go back into Blazer control. Going to kick it all the way up to the 45-yard line. Back to the 50. Going to stay in Turk control now. Blazers are going to intercept. They're going to be working their way down the center of the field. Going to be past the center. It's going to be a shot on goal, but it's going to go wide. It's going to be a Turk goal kick. With 9.5 minutes on the clock, it is 5-1. Blazers in the lead. Gonna be back on that left corner. Gonna be past center. Gonna be scooped up by Hunter Jones. Gonna be kicked up to the 45-yard line. Gonna stay in Blazer control, passing it back to the 45. Back to the 40 now. Gonna be working their way back across the field. Gonna be in center. Gonna be pressuring by 16. Emilio Vallejo. Gonna be kicked out by the Miguel Garcia for another Blazer throw-in. We're going to have a free kick taken by Miguel Garcia down on the 35-yard line. Going to be kicked all the way up to the 30-yard line. Right past the head of Pedro, off the shoulder of Gabriel Debach. Going to stay in Blazer control, back to the 40. All the way up to the other 40. Going to be Luke Linder pressuring out. It's going to be kicked out for another Turk throw-in down on the 37-ish yard line. Gonna be thrown into Michael Moss. It's gonna be another. It's gonna be Turks fighting over control down by the 35. Looks like we're gonna have a Blazer free kick down by the 35-ish yard line, 30-yard line. It's going to be Blazer number 11, kicking it all the way up to the center of the field.
Nice.
Going to be picked up by Hunter Jones. It'll be Michael Moss kicking it all the way up and out for the Blazers. Blazer throwing down by the 35-yard line. Gonna be passed back to the 25. Gonna be kicked all the way up to the 35-ish yard line for the Blazers. Gonna be number 10, Dylan on defense, clearing the ball out. Now it's gonna be Miguel Garcia pressuring in the center. Blazers are gonna stay in control. Gonna be working their way down the center of the field. Passed all the way up into the goal box. Gonna be scooped right out of the ground. Gonna be kicked all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's gonna stay in Blazer control. Gonna be in the center of the field. Looks like it's gonna be number 7. Number 12, Gabriel Debach on defense, clearing the ball out, along with Mark Giuliacoli. Gonna be a Turk throwing all the way down to the 35-yard line. Blazers are gonna stay in control. Gonna be working their way down the left side of the field, down to that left corner. Looks like we're gonna have a shot on goal here. Gonna be tipped by the goalie's foot out for another Blazer goal kick. Or corner kick. Gonna be shot on goal. It's gonna be tipped out for another corner kick for the Blazers. Blazers are gonna cross to the center of the field. Looks like that was a false corner kick. They're gonna do another one. Can be crossed back to the center. Can be off of a Blazer this time for a Turk goal kick.
Watch mine!
It's gonna stay in Turk control. Gonna be working his way down that left side of the field. It's gonna be number 21, Mark Julia Cole. It's gonna be another Turk throwing down by the 45-yard line. Taken by Gabriel DeBach. It's gonna go back into Blazer control as they work their way down that left side. Gonna be kicked out for a Blazer throw-in down by the 15. Gonna be thrown back in on the 15-yard line. He's gonna be working his way back up the field to the 30. Back up to the 45. Gonna be passed back down to the 25-ish yard line. Gonna stay in Blazer control. Gonna be working they're working that left side right now. Looks like it's gonna be a Turk throw-in down by the 43-yard line. Gonna be thrown all the way up to the 45. It's gonna be Pedro pressuring. Gonna be across the center. It's gonna be packed down to the right side. It's gonna be Michael Moss with the ball. It's gonna be Miguel Garcia clearing it out to the 40-yard line for another Blazer throw-in. Gonna be passed down to the 30-yard line. Working their way up that right side corner. It's gonna be a shot on goal. It's gonna go in for another goal for the Blazers. And the final score for the game will be 6-1.
Congratulations to both teams on a hard-fought battle tonight. I'd like to wish the families of Bush Blazers safe travels home back to Capitol Hill tonight. Next
I would like to thank everyone for
So
attending tonight's
I
game.
like the idea of
Our Windmill Espresso player of the game tonight will be Pedro Alonso Medina.
so,
He scored the only goal for the Turk side.